Hi, this is Melvo. This is my review of Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. Resident Evil, stay away from Raccoon City. This movie was not good. It's the seventh in the Resident Evil franchise and by far the worst. I don't know why they made this movie, but since they did, let's talk about it. It's about Claire and Chris Renfield, estranged sister and brother. They stayed in an orphanage and got separated. So years later, Claire comes back to Raccoon City to see what's going on with her brother. And of course, he's upset because they haven't seen her in years. And then the outbreak happened. These people start acting strangely, start talking strangely, bleeding from the eyes and everything. So they're trying to figure out what's going on. Then you hear the siren. Everybody stay in their house, by order of Raccoon City. The movie just didn't make any sense to me. I just didn't like it. And everything about it was bad. I mean, the acting was kind of atrocious.
You can't handle the truth.
I just didn't like this movie. I don't understand why they made it. They shouldn't have made it. It's the worst of the seven Resident Evil movie franchise. It just didn't make any sense. And Maliva Jovovich wasn't in it, you know, and she been in the other Resident Evil, but she wasn't in this one. So, what do you think about this movie, Anti-Melvo? I thought the movie was pure garbage. This was the worst CGI ever I've seen in a zombie movie. The CGI was terrible. I mean, I've seen a lot of zombie movies, but the CGI was terrible. The other six Resident Evil movies, CGI was decent. This was terrible. They tried to make it like the Resident Evil video game, the very first one they ever made, and it failed miserably. I cold-heartedly agree with you, Anti-Melvo. We didn't need this movie. The creatures looked terrible. The sets looked terrible. I mean, everything in this movie looked terrible. It just didn't make no sense to make this movie. And the worst makeup I've ever seen. I'm just quoting Anti-Melvo. The worst makeup I've ever seen. So I hope they do not make another Resident Evil movie. I mean, if they make another one, just make sure it's good, because this one wasn't good. It looked rushed. I mean, it looked like the director didn't know what he or she was doing when they made this movie. The script wasn't good. I mean, it was a prequel. We got to see how the virus started. I mean, it really didn't say anything how the virus started. It was just there. I mean, that didn't make any sense to me. You at least got to let the audience know how the virus started, why everybody started turning into zombies. It just didn't make no sense to me. So, in my opinion, I would say stay away from Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City at all costs. Stay away from this movie. This is Melvo, and this was my review of the terrible movie Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. I would say, please don't check it out. Our second review together, Anti-Melvo, under our channel's new name. Yes, Melvo. I kind of like the name Melvo Movie Reviews, but we'll see what the future holds for you and me.